So we'll fast forward a little bit. NZPF Nationals of that year, so we're talking August 2022. Besides bombing out sort of earlier in your career, Nationals of 2022, you went 6 for 9. In terms of execution, not the best. Sort of why do you think that is? What went wrong? It didn't go too badly. Talk to us a bit about your total, your first crack at, I won't say you, I'll let you tell it.
Yeah.
At a total and a deadlift.
Yeah. So after Auckland, what was it? Auckland Champs. After that, there was Worlds, and I didn't apply in time to go. I wasn't even thinking about going because we couldn't even travel at that time, not well enough anyway, and I didn't want to risk getting stuck. So Worlds went by, and there was this huge battle between the 1 and 2 in the under 76, Jess and Agatha, and they tied, and the difference was body weight. So it was a huge battle. And then a month or so after that I had my nationals, and so I was feeling a lot of pressure to do something huge to sort of keep myself in that conversation. And that was the 600. Everyone was talking about a 600 kilo total, and I wanted it so bad, and I felt like I could do it. I think what went wrong was just that I was new to an under 76 kilo class. Like, I was new to not having to cut so hard and refeed so hard. And so I refed the way I would if I cut to 72, and that affected me quite a lot. I felt quite nauseous and vommy on my squats. It was not nice. And then I was cramping up because I just made all these mistakes. And all I could take from that is that I made those mistakes at a really good time, and I've learned from them, and I haven't made those mistakes again since that's happened. But yes, went 6 for 9. That's not good. Still total 590, so feeling pretty confident still anyway.
And you had a crack at what on your last deadlift?
Just a Hail Mary, like 260.
How did it feel in the hands?
I couldn't believe it actually moved at all, to be honest.
It got pretty high from memory.
Yeah, it got like to below my knees. I was like, oh, okay.
So, like you said, you made the mistakes at the right time, Nationals. So the next comp in the pipeline was a big one. Commonwealths of 2022. You got to put the silver fern on and represent New Zealand, for the first time. Was that something you'd always sort of dreamed about as a kid growing up? And also, talk to us a bit about how this comp might have been different for you. Give us a sort of rundown how it all played out.
Yeah, no, I've always wanted to wear the fern ever since I was a little kid. I thought it was going to be for a different sport, but I'm so happy that I get to wear the fern for this sport now. And the uniform is really cool. So I love our uniform. It looks awesome. So Commonwealths, the first international IPF competition, no travel for me, but international judges. So that was good practice for me. It was an awesome comp. I couldn't believe how big it was and how many people actually came from overseas. Like, lots of people from the UK and Australia and South Africa brought a huge team. It was really cool to be a part of such a big international competition, and New Zealand ran it really well.
I know you had some big goals going into this one. So talk to us about how it all sort of played out and what that goal was in terms of total.
Yeah, so having missed out on the 600 at Nationals, I was feeling extremely hungry, and it had to happen at this time because we were thinking a lot about Sheffield. So Sheffield was in the works. They were talking about wildcards, and I did not qualify at all for a wildcard because you had to have competed at an international IPF competition.
Right.
And for me, that would have been Commonwealths, but it was in December, Commonwealth, and Sheffield was in March. So my hope was quite small, and I was mostly just wanting to push the world record so that the girls who were already going to Sheffield would have to try and beat that. So I could at least make it hard for them to do that. So that's what training was about. It was, if there's a tiny chance to get picked to go to Sheffield, we need 600. And if not, then let's do 600 and to be petty.
And you got it?
And we did it.